I just want to make a quick video this morning because I'll be honest with you, I'm getting really tired of some of the stupid comments that people's been making. So I want to set the record straight on some things because there's a lot of you have no freaking clue what you're talking about. All right, first off, as far as copper goes, let's just say that I was to be able to get him back. Okay, what are we going to do? My first priority right now is not having to sleep on the street. That is my first priority. So let's say I was to get him back. We can't go back to camping. Not in the condition that I am right now. The doctor said absolutely not. So I'm trying to get some help today to ensure that I don't have to do that. That is priority number one before anything else. So if I was to take Copper back, what are we going to do? I mean, some of you don't think things through. You really don't. You make stupid statements, asinine statements, totally uninformed. You don't think things through. And do you realize what I've just been through? I've been to three different hospitals. Finally, they had to send me to Phoenix because nobody else wanted to touch my surgery because it was too complicated. So they had to send me to a specialist. Doctor said, as I've said before, she goes, 2 days. If you'd have waited another day or two, you'd have been dead. That's how bad it was. I mean, both doctors, both here and in Phoenix, said it was the worst that they'd ever seen. So some of you need to get a freaking clue. I mean, seriously. So, if I was to take Copper back, what are we going to do? I mean, it's going to be hard enough to find housing for me. Do you realize how many of these places take pets? Not a lot of them. So you really think that that's fair to Copper? To go back living in a vehicle? Instead of having a home and a yard to run around in? You really think that that's fair to him? No, it isn't. Secondly, I had no choice but to give him up. When I was initially at the hospital here, the officers came in and they told me, they said that the shelter there can only keep him for a few days. And they said if it's going to be more than a few days, what they're going to ask is for you to just sign him over and give him up. They didn't give me a choice. It's not like I had a chance to say, let me think about it. Do I want to lose my dog? No, I didn't have a choice. They came in with the paperwork and I basically had to sign him over. Now, whether that's fair or not, I don't know. Because from what the doctor told them, it was already pretty much known that I was going to be in there more than just a few days. And as I said, I ended up going to 3 different hospitals. Went from Sholo to Gilbert to Mercy Hospital, and then the doctors kept mulling it over for a week, I think. I think I was there like 8 or 9 days. I don't remember for sure. And they decided that they didn't want to touch it, that it was too complicated. So they sent me to a specialist in Phoenix. They were at St. Joseph's. I mean, that's how bad it was. Y'all don't realize. You just make stupid statements, pull stuff out of your ass, and without the facts. So they made me sign the paperwork to sign him over to the shelter. I don't know if he's been adopted yet or not. I have no idea. And the thing is, you know, I'd be very tempted to go visit him, but what's that going to do to him? Me go in there, say hi, and then leave again. You realize what that would do to him? Get his hopes up and then I leave again? No, that's not fair to him. I don't think it's fair to either one of us. It would be tough. And like I say, he may have been adopted out. I don't know. But, you know, circumstances are such right now that there's no way that I could take him back. There's just no way. I'm not in a position to do so. I mean, it's going to be hard enough just taking care of myself. Try to figure out what I'm going to do. It's not feasible, people. As much as I would love to have him back, it's not feasible. And it is a no-kill shelter. I made sure of that. Because they told me, they said it's a no-kill shelter. I said, okay. Because I don't want to turn him over to a shelter that's going to eventually put him to sleep. I'm not going to do it. So I did make sure that it was a no-kill shelter before I signed him over. Because he's a good dog. And I do miss him. No doubt about that. But sometimes circumstances are such that you've got to go with the flow, and you have to do what's feasible and do what's practical. And so, enough with the stupid comments when y'all don't know what the hell you're talking about. You know, it's not like I wanted to get rid of it. It wasn't the case at all. And if I could find a place that would take pets, and if he hadn't been adopted out yet, I'd be much more than willing to take him back. But I don't know what his status is right now. At this particular point in time, I'm just concerned with not sleeping on the street. That's the only thing that I'm worried about right now. You know, once I get my situation settled, then I can think about other things, such as maybe getting him back. But right now, it's not an option right now. Like I said, I can't go camping anymore. It's just not feasible. My physical condition, I'm getting better, but I am far from 100%. I still have no energy, or very little. I'm not as bad as I was before, but I don't have any energy, any stamina. And the nurses that I talked to that called me, I discussed that with them, and they were like, that's normal. It takes your body some time to adjust, especially as bad as I was. Because I was so septic. I mean, the doctors described to me what it was like in there. And it was bad. They said my whole body cavity was filled with pus. That it was just, you know. And so it's going to take some time for me to recover fully. It's just going to take some time. So I can't do a whole lot physically right now. So I'm really hoping that they can help me this morning. It's about 20 after 7 or so. and I have an appointment with them at 9 o'clock. So about another hour I'm going to be taking off and heading over that direction. It's only a mile away from here, luckily. But that's my main thing right now, is I don't know what I'm going to do as far as a place to stay. That's my main concern right now. I've got to take care of my health. I've got to get squared away, get back to normal physically. And so yeah, I'm worried because I don't know what to expect. So as far as copper goes, it's like people making statements like, I wanted to get rid of him. Why can't you do this? Can't you do this? It's like, no. I wish people would think. Use your brain. The thing is, a lot of you making statements without knowing any of the facts. That's just stupidity. It really is. Anybody that makes statements about things when you don't have the facts, that's just dumb. You're dumb if you do that. It's ridiculous. So, anyway, I'm going to be going here, like I say, about another hour and a half. I've got a meeting with them, with this agency. And hopefully they can do something to help me. I don't know. We'll see. That's my concern right now. Like I say, if it was to work out, and I don't know, like I say, I don't know if copper's been adopted yet or not. And I'm not going to worry about it until I'm in a position where I could take him back. Because there's nothing I can do about it right now. Nothing. I've got to prioritize the things that need to be squared away. And the first thing is me finding a place to live. That's first and foremost. It wouldn't be fair to Copper having him being back living in a vehicle, because he was having a hard time standing the heat. Remember when we were still in Lake Havasu, he was having a real hard time with the heat. And it was only in the low to mid 80s. So he just doesn't tolerate heat well. Nor do I. So anyway, I just wanted to say this and clear the air, because, people need to understand what's going on. And quit making assumptions and stupid, idiotic statements when you don't have the facts. All right. That's it.